So I'm not sure if anyone's aware of this, but there are Megatins coming out in September, and that means maybe don't go buy out all of the cards that have a very high chance of being reprinted and spike the market. But that advice seems to fall on deaf ears, and it's going to be one of the things we take a look at in today's Ion Market. That, along with some price spikes, impending price spikes that I can just kind of see happening, and a few penny stocks to pick up. That's today's agenda, so let's jump into the video. Alright guys, welcome into Ion Market, and for today we are, as always, starting off with best selling. Very few updates here, but evenly matched, still performing nicely, which is good to see. Some competitive sales on Dragoon, Blazing Vortex boxes. Anyone wants those? I'm not sure why you would. Nice to see Time Thief Adjuster crack the front page. This card has been selling a ton. I know people are really excited about the potential. Verte Anaconda still up there, $43. Nothing else really showing signs of slowing down. Not really too much to report, though. If you are looking to snipe a good deal every once in a while, you know, Dragoon being almost 90, people looking to make a sale here, 79, 80 bucks. You can shop around a little bit if you're looking for some of the big players, but that's not really my primary focus today. I want to start off by talking about some of the cards that are going to be in the Megatins more than likely, and what the hell we're doing with these price spikes. So, Machina Metal Cruncher is $15. That's literally 2 copies, and then it goes to 18, and then after that it goes to 20. So very clearly, it was a target of a buyout. I must have missed it. This must have been recent. Now, it's a really solid card. I like it a lot, and it's generally good for Earth Machines in general, not exclusively for Machina. But again, guys, this feels like a card that they have no reason not to reprint. And I know we play the game of like, well, if they don't reprint this, it's going to go up more and more. But unless you're planning on playing something with this immediately, I would advise very strongly against paying $18 or even $15 for a copy of this card. I know Eternity Code was shorted to an extent. We didn't have a huge quantity of it. And obviously there's not really much accessibility for it right now, but I would just advise, man, unless you are, like I said, building something that needs this, at least wait and see the fallout, because this feels super high and it does not feel worth it. Good card for sure. And obviously Machina as a whole doesn't have a ton of high value stuff, so I guess something by default has to be there. But I would not be paying that price on this. That's just my personal opinion. I feel very similarly about Artillery Catapult Turtle, which we touched on in the last Market Watch, Ion Market. And $13, it's only gone up since I pointed it out, which obviously had no, relation to my video specifically. But clearly people are still chasing this down. I don't think this is a good price either. $13, I mean, guys, like, they have to put cards in the Megatins, and even if we want to look at some of the big end stuff like the secrets and assume that they might withhold a couple, I see no reason that Artillery Catapult Turtle is going to be reprinted, is not going to be reprinted rather, and $13 is just an exorbitantly high amount of money. Number 97, Draglubion. This one is interesting. It's slowly been creeping up. I mean, it's a really solid rank 8. Obviously, it can cheat out a lot of the number monsters like Hope Harbinger, Numeron Dragon, so on and so forth. So it's definitely not a bad card. Hero's Revenge as a whole is a really high-performing set. So if you have this and you're looking to move it, it might be a decent time to try and unload. But again, it could be a while till it sees a reprint. It's kind of a back-and-forth chance. It's about $15 right now. I don't think there are too many listings with 27 currently available. So just, some food for thought, but that went from about $7 to $8 now to about 15 after the last couple of sales that are there. So just wanted to bring that one to everybody's attention on the buyout train. Toon Page Flip. Not really sure what's up with this. 22, almost 25 bucks. It's an insanely good card for Toons. I've been playing that deck for fun. We played it in one of the live streams, but like, I can't say I projected the price going that high, and the quantities are super low as well, with 13 total results, and nobody has more than 1 copy on the front page. If we jump over to the second page, someone's got 15 at 30 bucks, so they might hold strong for a little bit. Oh, and I stand corrected. The guy down here at the bottom also has a few copies, but that's about 25 bucks you're paying. So, if you're interested in playing Toons, I don't see this going anywhere but up. I mean, you do have the collector's rare, so that may impact the value a little bit in terms of how high it'll really go. But even Unlimiteds are pretty much out of stock and around the same price as the first editions. So, Toon Page Flip has definitely been a target of a buyout or just gradual disappearance from the market. I'm not really sure. Necro World Banshee, definitely a really popular card in zombie decks from the structure deck, so it doesn't have any other prints, but it's at $13.95, almost 14. This is not shocking, but I don't know that zombies are inherently doing anything right now that would cause it to go even higher than it was. I think it was relatively $7, $8, $9. It definitely had not crossed that $10 threshold until recently, but again, with 14 listings total, and, you know, YuGiOh Black Market over here has 20 of them, but they're Italian. Like, do you want Italian? Do you want English? Depends on what you're looking for in terms of language, and what you're comfortable with playing. Somebody's got some English ones, 7 copies. Fry Boys got 7 copies, but, yeah, no, it's definitely one of those cards I'm hoping they'll reprint sooner rather than later, simply because it's just getting really high in price for, you know, what seems like no reason. Time Thief Regulator is not the target of a buyout, but it does seem to be gradually going up a little bit, and I just wanted to bring it to your attention as a penny stock. About $1.50 is the median, $1.70 is the market price. This is a really good card. It's a rescue rabbit of sorts for the deck, and it's the only foil print, whereas a lot of the other ones got foil upgrades in the last Megatin, with Winder being a super, and a few other ones getting a higher rarity bush as well. Regulator did not, so this is the only foil print. Obviously goes from the past. If it is getting the unlimited print run over here, I have some up. I actually listed them today when I saw it at about $1. I'm going to lower them after the video because it does look like somebody's got them cheaper, but I don't think they will last because I had actually listed 5 and they're now down to 2, so people do seem to be going after them. I'm not entirely sure on whether or not there's any valid reason for it, aside from the fact that it's just a fan favorite deck, but they are still super cheap. So, just in the interest of transparency, again, this is one I am selling, just because I did crack some ghosts from the past and had a relatively large stack of them. I kept a few for myself, and I said I'd throw the rest up just to try to recoup some of that lost value. Here's an interesting price that just seems to continue rising. Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon is almost $9 for the Legendary Duelist Season 2. This card, despite getting reprint after reprint, just continues to go up. Obviously not taking the Ghost Rare into consideration, but everything else, it is just not affordable. I mean, there are no versions cheaper than $10. I think even the Ultra Rare from the movie pack, the Near Mint First Eds, are so they're about $7, but they very quickly move up towards the $8 to $10 territory. My point is that there just are no affordable variants of this, and I don't know what it's going to take for that to be a thing, but there are so many printings of it now. There's, you know, not discounting the Ghost, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 versions of the cards. Obviously, there's a World Championship promo, but that doesn't really do anything for anyone here. So yeah, just interesting to note that Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon slowly but surely continuing to creep up. We opened multiple boxes of this set and did not pull any, so I don't know if it's shorted or if it's just that the set is that large, but it does seem like if you have these or you're interested in picking them up, it might be good to grab them now just while they're relatively low and see what you can do with them. Continuing the bio train, Scrap Wyvern is up a lot. House of Champs has talked about this on his Market Watch many times in the past. It is really starting to disappear at about $4 to $5 with Scrap Raptor on the horizon. If you want one and intend to play the deck, I would definitely grab one. I don't have any myself. I might actually pick up a couple just to have, although I don't really anticipate utilizing that right off the bat. But this is only in that Chaos Impact Special Edition. Not a lot of them were open because the unlimited print run of that did not have Ghost Rare, so there was hardly a reason to chase them. And yeah, that's basically the logic behind Scrap Wyvern's price spike. So you really might want to grab them at 5 while they're low. Otherwise, you could be paying higher for them later if it does end up making an impact. Messengelato is the one I wanted. From OTS 14 is up. $7 for the cheapest Near Mint English, it looks like. Again, Madolche seems to do that. A lot of it seems to just go up over time. Messengelato is the only foil printing of that. And this was $2 for a while, and now is going up. And Tournament Pack 14 is not that old. So just be aware that it is going up. Same with Force Strix, disappearing off the market with 10 listings left, although there are some people with huge quantities here. Another card that just, you know, you might have cracked open some OTSs if you went to your locals and bought stuff and got, you know, OTS packs as prize, not prize support, but like, you know, the promotion that they were running. Or maybe you did get them as prize support, but this is starting to look like a card you might want to sleeve up and toss in a binder because it is moving upwards, and with only 3 prints, it's not super affordable or high in quantity at all. You can see that there. So just in the amount of time that since I've made this video, 2 more listings of this have disappeared. So food for thought, it was 10, now it's showing as 8. So yeah, it's definitely going quick. Gay Deer, I mentioned on the last Ion Market. I just want to mention it again. Still super cheap, 4 and change. It's an insane part of the Dragonity engine, and unless you want to pay the 60 plus that the Gay Deer near mints are going for, yeah, I mean, 64, 65, I would say grab an Ultra if you have any interest in playing the Dragon Link or Dragonity decks while this is that low, because it is from a set that is very much out of print and not commonly found. Wrapping up a couple things here. Heretic Sky Dragon Overlord Heliopolis from Ghost from the Past is one that I actually only pulled one of when I opened up a bunch of the Ghost from the Past boxes, but I think that may have just been bad luck. Really solid rank 8. It's not exactly going to be meta relevant immediately, but it does have a lot of niche uses, and I could see it being something people look to in the future, especially being a dragon, rank 8. It's a very accessible type, and it's super cheap, so if you don't have any, might be one to look at. And again, Dragonity Knight Barca, man, it's just still up there at 72.50, and Unlimited at 70. I still need one, and I still refuse to pay this price for it. People are asking insane amounts. And then, of course, you know, the DT, people are looking for 125 to 300, which is just astronomically ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, if you have them, you might want to try to move them. I did look at the seller portal. It does look like some of them have sold in the $70 range, but I don't see anything selling this high. And over on eBay, they're a little bit less. So just food for thought. And just wanted to point out to you guys, there are a couple of really cheap listings of impermanents on their market for maximum gold. Someone's got one at $16 at the time I'm recording this, and a couple at $18, so they're below the 2022 that it's been around. If anybody's still looking for them, I just wanted to bring that to your attention today. A little bit of a shorter Ion market, but some definitely interesting news, buyouts to look at. Let me know what you guys thought, what you might be going after, and I'll see you next time right here at Loveshack.